Hey everybody, my name is Morgan, and welcome back to the YouTube version of Podcast of the Dragon, where I talk about the Wheel of Time on Prime. Episode 8 is here, and it's time for me to do my react. This episode is called He Who Comes with the Dawn. I was really pleased when I was doing my editing for my react for last week's episode that I didn't sound like as much of a wanker as I was afraid that I did. I actually thought that my criticisms were pretty well reasoned out, and also that I talked myself through to a good place of acceptance. So, was really happy about that. And overall, I've been so pleased with the way that Season 3 has gone. It's been a bunch of wonderful storytelling that's gotten me in the feels in so many ways. Just wonderful character growth. They really went above and beyond with just the costumes, the writing, the acting, and it made me very, very happy. It's been a wonderful distraction and a very distressing period of time in our lives, and so I have been quite grateful to have it. And so I'm a little sad that it's over, and am really hoping that we get to look forward to more of it. It's a show that is really worthy of its full 8 seasons. They are doing a good job. They are taking really good material, like RJ provided them with excellent clay, and turning it into an outstanding TV program. And so I want them to have all the time, all the space, all of the money, but at least the 64 episodes that they have planned for to make the Wheel of Time. So, Season 4, renew what? And now, let's watch this shit. I'm hoping this cold open is 3,000 years ago when Lews Therin dumps Lanfear, so let's see. 10 years ago. I like this music. Good bass line. Oh! For I See Who Comes Out, I was listening to a podcast where someone was talking about Elida's bracelet and that she had gotten it from the Finn. Very curious about what storyline that they have given us. I'll be a little sad if her foretellings are just because she has an artifact that helps her tell the future, but whatever, I'm interested. If they needed to give her an artifact for whatever reason in order to give us a non-expositional way for all of the background for what's going to happen with Matt, fuck it. Let's see. There she is. It's like a charm bracelet.
I was reckless, Elida Sedone.
And there's Alviarin.
I had hoped you wouldn't be so foolish. On this day, most of all.
But your Raja is driven by logic, and logic leaves little room for hope.
That's not true.
Elson promise you.
The Amelin seat itself.
You cannot trust them.
Oh, come. Aviarin's sister. The hall is voting. I trust I still have your favor. I am the logical choice, after all.
Beautiful. Really well done. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't give a shit what her charm bracelet is for or what it does. Maybe it's just that they give you promises and you get some kind of artifact, and who knows what it does. What a exceptional way to do some storytelling with showing and to establish that Elida and Alviarin had a relationship beforehand where Alviarin supported her for the seat. That's really good. What good storytelling. I'm very impressed with this. Okay. Oh! Swan's outfit! There's shawls.
Sisters, we find ourselves in need of a light to guide us through these dark times. The vote has come to 2. Who stands for Swan Sanche?
Swan Sanche.
They have Varen as a sitter. Ouch.
11 votes are required to win the day. With only 4, I move to ask, who stands for Elida de Wavrinia Royhan?
Swan Sanche.
The gasp! And now the other whites are gonna get up, and that's all it takes to tip it.
Swan Sanche.
Swan Sanche.
Hey!
The vote is concluded. Our sisters have spoken.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. What a riveting scene. So, this tells me that this is going to be a packed episode. It's not very long, where we're going to have the coup, Matt going through the doorway and presumably them wrapping up all of the fuckery in Tanchico, and Rand dealing with the Aiel. It's a lot.
Mother, I've heard your concerns. You say that the tower must declare for Rand al'Thor, that we'll lose the last battle if we don't, but you haven't told me not once how you know this. When I appointed you my keeper, do you know why I chose you? You just stand up and tell me if I was doing something wrong. When am I? The tower declaring for the Dragon Reborn would be the most important act in our history. You cannot do it alone. Make me believe in this. Please. I'll think on what you said.
She sent the letters already? Without even consulting the Hall? Her actions are not illegal under town law. The Eminent's communications with world leaders are not subject to anyone's scrutiny.
He has declared support for the Dragon Reborn, but he is not under Aes Sedai control.
I imagine you've come to me for support.
I will need it today, and this time the logical choice will benefit us both.
Riveting. Time to see how Rand's doing. I have a feeling that the boy's not going to be quite right. I think that there's a lot to be said for the last episode being all about Perrin. Gives it a chance to just breathe and let Rand not be quite right. It looks like he's wearing his coat from Kyrian. I could be wrong, but that looks like his peasant coat, basically. Cutting the squashes. It's so sad. I didn't realize when I first watched this that he was responsible for the building collapsing, which makes it 1,000 times more devastating.
I still owe her a talk. She wanted me to harvest the garden.
The wise one's waiting.
Oh, he's not dead.
You stupid bitch. You really think you can hold one of the chosen?
I do. I am. I read you were one of the greatest generals in the Age of Legends.
I was a visionary.
I'm glad that he's not dead if we get to watch Moraine torment him. That's worth it right there.
In my time, there were no armies. Hadn't been for centuries.
How did you get that scar?
Lose there and tell them one.
Would no one heal it for you?
I don't want it healed. I want them to see it when I kill him.
You're not gonna kill him. You're gonna teach him. Because if you don't, I will bury you here. To rot for another 1,000 years.
So I wondered about that too. It does seem like Asmodean may not be Rand's teacher. They had to pick and choose their Forsaken, and I wondered whether Raven would make the cut. I assumed that the male Forsaken were going to be Samael, Demon Dread, Asmodean, and Ishamael. Duh, who's the fourth one? So the fact that they picked Raven instead, I was like, okay, well, that makes sense from the point of view of Elaine as a significant character, and so having a Forsaken fucking around in her kingdom, that's a significant plot, and that's important. Rand having a teacher is also important. They have played around with the idea of Logain being able to teach him, even though canonically he can't even see the flows anymore. They've seemed to have changed that for the show, which, whatever, doesn't really matter to me either way, as long as storytelling-wise they can make it work. So then I wondered, okay, are we just not having Asmodean at all? Because it seems obvious that the fourth one, who has not been mentioned, we have 7 now. We know who 7 of them are. We know who the 4 women are, and we know who 3 of the men are. It seems obvious that Demandred is the 4th one because they keep talking about Mazrim Taim. And they have to be planning on doing Timandred because that was RJ's original intention, and the purest example of the downside to artists interacting with their fans or with the ubiquity of the internet is that he got annoyed that people had figured it out and so changed it to be a shit, which was dumb. Because what he ended up doing instead, having Mazrim Taim just be a regular guy who goes on to become a chosen, and Brandon ended up doing most of that writing, and having Demandred just be off in Shara for ages, and then eventually showing up, that was not good writing. Like, I get that he was annoyed that he trickled too many clues or something, and it seemed a little bit too obvious, and so people cottoned on to it, but sucks to suck. That's what you did. You wrote it. You planned it out. So changing course wasn't cool. And it's not just that it wasn't cool, like, oh, you pulled a fast one on your fans, but, like, it actually was not good writing. Like, you had already laid your path. And there are things that you can change, and then there are just things where it's like, when you change it, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? So, going to the original idea of Timandred seems to be inevitably what they're doing with the 4th male Forsaken. And then the question is, okay, is he going to be a mixture of Asmodean? Because it seemed like one of Stepan's Forsaken statues had a guitar, or is it going to be that Samael is a hybrid? Or what? Or what? I want to know. I'm curious to know. Oh, they have Chesmal be the cat lady.
Put the tel'aran'rhiod down. If it actually creates balefire.
And now we hear about balefire.
This fine yet.
We assumed you killed her.
Just like you did Naomi. Naomi died because she challenged me. Now put that tel'aran'rhiod down.
Mistress?
Where did you get that?
A man came by this morning to sell it.
Did he say where he got it?
Oh, it wasn't my place to ask, mistress.
I don't believe I've ever asked your name.
Mistress has been very busy.
We're going to the Panarch's palace now.
Oh, this is...
Fuck yeah, Noodles.
Wow, you do this to hurt me.
It's Leandrin. She's wearing the bracelets.
Let's go, Tenchiko. You follow her, I'll get the others.
I wonder where they filmed this.
The Panarch Amathera has not invited you to enter.
Did you get my little surprise? Samael will be a shit teacher.
I hope this scene is as riveting as I'm anticipating it being.
This is an interesting choice.
It's where the Sharon crashed. After you set the Dark One free. An accident. It was also the last moment you were truly human.
So she told you. You knew she would. And I was doing her a favor.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What happened to the woman you were?
The only reason I swore my oath that day was because the other option was death.
And you still want to kill the Dark Ones who released them?
Of course I do.
Or do you want more than power for yourself?
Stop making it seem like life is so simple. Like we're one thing or the other. Do you know what you did in your last life? You made the whole world bow. The only one who wouldn't was me. That's why you left me. Because I wouldn't bow to you.
Who's there? He left you for the same reasons I am. Because you're jealous. Petty. And just cruel.
Yeah, he does, because you're a shit.
I finally see the real you. You're a monster, Lanfear.
You! Arrogant!
She'll come for me now.
Don't assume you're the only thing she wants. If we underestimate her, we die. Get Ruach. We leave for Al-Qaeda now.
That was great. Is that Melindra?
I'm calling in the debt you owe me, Melindra. Whatever happened to Elaine and I? The woman who did it is a Forsaken. She must be. And if a Forsaken has that collar and uses it to control Rad...
That is not going to happen.
Whoever finds it, get out.
Yikes. God, Nynaeve's outfit. Everybody's outfits!
Long time no see, someone.
What do you want, McKinney?
What I want is to figure out how to kill another of the Chosen. So, yes, you can help me.
Traveling to Altair.
That filming is great. Having the camera go one way while the people walk the other way.
You will not wait for your chiefs. Will they follow?
I don't know. I've never had a chief of chiefs. Never had a wetland to go through Iridian.
What happens if the clans don't accept him as your Karakan?
They must. It is the Aiel's duty to follow him, but you are not Aiel, Egwene. Yours is a future you can choose. Is he worthy of your strength?
Strength, yeah.
Kill me here. Sometimes. But other places...
She looks so tired, like she hasn't slept in ages.
It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be a year from now. I think it's today.
I think it's today too.
Al-Qaeda.
4 other clans and their chiefs are here already.
And the Shido wait. All of them.
Taradad came with more spears than we expect.
More honor to be gained when we cut them down.
There is no honor in shedding blood in Al-Qaeda. She's right. Who are you?
Someone who wants the same thing you do. To make sure that Randall Thor is never declared Karakan.
Nice to make her responsible for this fuck show. Oh god, her outfit.
8 Red Sisters have just left the tower with no word as to why.
8. That's enough to gentle a man.
Take a group of our most trusted sisters and stop them. Now. Find Elida. Bring her to me.
They make the Panarch's palace look like some old elven temple or something. Yo, you should, like, wear your shit. Of course there's gonna be a monkey.
There must be a faster way. Some method of reaching out with the one power to find the collar. I've read that some channelers, they can delve into the earth and search for metal ore. Are you laughing at me?
I wouldn't dare. I remember when you were little. You took apart every clock in the palace to see how they work.
Did I? How old?
Barely high as my knee.
Oh, shit.
So, what does this collar look like?
Oh, it's a collar, isn't it?
Very helpful.
The tension in this episode is intense. Is Leander gonna live through the end of this episode?
But what do we actually do with this collar if we find him?
You break it or something. I don't have a clue, do I?
Yeah. Isn't it made of the one power?
no! Ugh.
Do you ever wonder what the world would be like if there was no one power? No wings, no eyes that eye, no visions, no memories.
Now we're talking.
I'm sorry, I wish I could remember you better. When did you leave Cayman?
It would have been about 5.
So you left just before Lord Gabriel arrived?
Who?
He's been by our side almost as long as I can remember.
I kept an eye on the court over the years. Trust me. I would know if this Gabriel was a consort.
Well, gaze has always been a whore.
Oh, cool!
Well, this looks promising.
Oh, don't go. No, don't go in there. No.
Matt, wait!
Yeet! That's not good, like, funhouse filming.
A very long time.
Okay, it looks a little silly. I get that they're mostly going with practical effects, but especially if somebody's gonna be furry. Yeah, I don't know. It looks really silly.
What is your need?
Yeah, don't go in there. Uh-oh. It's Chesbel Marillin.
Hear your little feet.
Throw a cat at her.
Break the nicest.
I like how the Panarch's palace just has like a handful of people in it and then a whole bunch of junk. Like nobody lives here. I mean, except for the people Leandrin killed, but she's literally digging through the Panarch's underwear drawer or some shit. For fucking real? I bet it's that one. It's that one.
What's going
No, if your channel wants to see it, I'll distract her. You run. You get out of the palace.
I will not let you die for
I
me.
made a promise to your mother a long time ago.
Who are you, Tom?
After this, you go back to Andor. This Lord Gabriel, trust me, he doesn't exist. Your mother is in danger, and so is your throne. You run. Run now.
Is Tom gonna have like a fake out death every season he shows up in? Hell yeah.
Hey!
I could be one of the chosen with a weapon like this.
Not if I kill you first.
Let's find out what Balefire does to people, yes?
That's so fucking cool. I love how they showed how, like, far back in time it took her.
Devices for making light. What is that smell? Do you carry them?
No, I don't have any of those things. Where am I?
What is your need, Natrim Kothon?
How do you know my name?
Speak. You have but 3.
What are you?
Speak of your need.
Eilfin. What I need is to stop getting bollocks about by every bloody magical force on this bloody planet!
Speak your last need.
What have you done? What have you just done? I know that smell. The fox den up by the old wisdom's house. It's always full up of dead things. My last need is I need to get the fuck out of here! Now!
up, you little shit.
If you wanted to kiss me, there are easier ways.
Shut up.
The screams are gone. I can't remember how we got here.
That was happening.
I don't know.
That was happening.
I don't know.
Come on.
That's interesting. So I've thought that the choices that they've made with Matt have actually been brilliant from a writing standpoint. Having him just have all of the memories stuffed into his head from blowing the horn of Valir was genius, because it's a very logical thing to have blowing the horn and being like, look, I'm a hero, happen. You know, having him be like a reincarnated hero that comes back, of course, all of those memories crammed into your head. It's perfect. So having this be the reason that there are holes in his memory, rather than it just being a side effect of having carried the dagger for so long and it gradually just wearing away, smoothing his brain, as it were, that's a great idea. This is really good. So now it seems like he's going to have both holes in his memory, no more screams, which is good, but also a lot of battle knowledge as well. So, like, they took some of his good memories, took all of the screams and stuff like that, so gave him a little breathing room in his memories, but he also will have some of the old memories as well, which, you know, in the end, it's a shitty price, but probably worth what he... I don't think I'd stand out, like...
You should have left.
What do you mean, left? Like you knew she was here all along?
I found out what happened to you here. When you were just a girl.
Don't feel
Sorry for me, Nynaeve. Julia Baia of the Black Archer told me that no woman can walk so long in the shadow that she can't see the light again.
Ah. She tried to turn me. You think I don't want to be exactly what I am?
No, I don't.
The only thing I regret about my life here is I didn't let that old monster drown my baby boy that first night.
Look at me now, Nynaeve.
I'm going to collar the dragon reborn.
I'm going to be the first.
Oh, hey! Okay, there you go. Just have Leandrin throw her underwater. You can still have her do her breaks her block to save her from drowning. Nice. This is a very good episode. They've packed so much into it. Weigh the anchor! Boy, she really threw her out there. Come on, Houdini.
I know. But I need you to trust me. Do you trust Mummy? Close your eyes. I'm here.
Nice. For the first time, it's not like blasting out of her. Come on, Poseidon. Hell yeah. She's like, God, it's been so long. God, what a beautiful shot. That's so gorgeous. Okay. But you gotta go find those scholars now.
swore my dark arts Falme, so the golden crane would fly again. You are the golden crane, and I'm my dragon.
Kind of having her play an Inktar role, that's cool. Cool.
You were right to come here. This is a nation of warriors. This is an army that can take the stone of Tea. I'm sorry I didn't know sooner that this was the right thing to do.
And you knew, didn't you? What Lanfear was doing to Egwene in a dream.
I suspected. I hoped it would drive you two apart.
Me and Egwene. Or me and Lanfear.
Yes.
It worked.
I know.
Dick.
It's been a while since we left the Turu. And all this time, the only person who's always been there who's never left me is you. And it's not because you want to use me, it's because you want me to succeed. The only thing that matters to you is that I win the last battle.
Oh, don't confuse yourself, Rand. I've been the knife at your throat since this began. I don't want you to get to the last battle unless I know you can win it for the light.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
You want what I want. You're the only one who does.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna die this episode.
I see that now.
I won't be here forever.
I know. And I won't either, but I want you to stand at my side until then.
No. Today you bring the Aiel under your control. Alone. No Aes Sedai strings in your back. I'm going to protect you from Lanfear. Or die trying.
Aes Sedai?
Lured a whole bunch of her allies out of the tower.
Swan can't stop us from doing our duty. And what duty is that, sister? To keep you out of the tower. The riders inside would have been barred entry into the hall.
Sanche, this hall convened not an hour ago with 11 seaters, enough to meet Tower Law, and by unanimous vote, as required, deposed you. Furthermore, you have been accused of being a dark friend. For these crimes, you will be instilled over my dead body.
What's the point of stabbing her? Unless they're supposed to be like the threads that are severing her and not actual... Okay. Well, she doesn't look quite as sickeningly self-satisfied as Leandra did when she gentled Logain.
Take her. I have questions.
Okay,
How did you know, mistress?
if I want to be one of the chosen, I need to know my competition.
What makes you think you can be one of us?
You're the weakest one of them. So you can either be nameless, alone, or find your chosen. Weaker than you, like me.
Not a bad pitch.
It takes 2 women to control a man with this Adol. So let me work with you to collar the dragon. Let me prove myself to you.
I don't work well with others.
Same, huh?
Neither do I.
Miss Robin? Robin and Lanfear? Yikes. That's what she did to Samael. Yikes.
I told you she'd come for the weakest first.
Well, at least you left enough of him to recognize.
You'll be next. You didn't think your special alliance would protect you from Rogedian? You've always played on all sides, Robin. It's time for you to pick the winning one. You could stop any of the chosen with Calendar.
Did you little dragon reject you again?
You rejected my help once and look where that got you. This is the last time I offer.
Are you actually ready to kill the Dragon Reborn?
I'm ready.
Chiefs of the IU, did not the Dreamwalkers tell you that the tel'aran'rhiod had emerged from Ruidian? That he would stand before you, here, at Alkai?
I love how extra they made her.
I am he who comes with the dawn. I am the tel'aran'rhiod. We will cross the dragon wall again and take back those hours. Wetlander. I won't land there. What does the prophecy of Viridian say? Where did your wise ones send you to look for the tel'aran'rhiod? To the wetlands, where I was raised. They sent you to find me. I am your tel'aran'rhiod.
The Watcher of the Seals, Flame of Falme, the Amelin Seat.
Oh, that headdress is dope.
Swan Sanjay, for 20 years, you have worked in secret with Moraine Sedai. After so many years of lies, will you finally just tell us the truth?
I love Moraine. I have always and will always love her. I would die to protect her.
I went to Ruidian too. What did you see there, Kulidin? Oh no, Ruidian is not to be spoken of.
20 years ago, Katara Sedai had a foretelling. She saw that the dragon was born again.
It's time for you to hear the truth of the IU. I saw the history of the IU through my ancestors' eyes. I saw the Age of Legends. I saw when the IU were called the Darshan. When you followed the way of the leaf, you must all face who you are. Oathbreakers! Listen to this wetland! Follow me across the dragon wall! Turn your backs on me, and you will die!
The world is changing. We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control. So what will you do? Will you stand behind this woman who loves nothing but power?
What a beautiful parallel scene. Oof.
I shall spill out the blood of those who call themselves IU as water on sand, and break you as dry twigs. Yet the remnant of a remnant the tel'aran'rhiod shall save, and they shall live. I am your tel'aran'rhiod.
Beautiful how they're doing this scene where they're showing Lanfear using the true power And then Rand is channeling a whole bunch, and so you can see the taint all around, and it's obvious that they're some kind of parallel thing.
We are the power. The light shines through us. That is the truth. I am Aes Sedai. So, you hear my words and know that they are true. You will burn with this tower that you claim to love. But I will never burn. I defy you, Elida.
The vote was already done. You were sentenced, Swan Sanjay, to death.
Oh, like they fucking killed her.
You were about to die and was thinking about the woman who betrayed you.
Beautiful filming.
For the land is one with the dragon reborn, and he is one with the land. In pride he conquers, forcing the proud to yield. Pray that the heart of stone remembers tears, and the soul of fire, love.
Rand! Let go, please!
Well, that was outstanding. They left it a little open-ended, like I didn't notice them catching up to Liandrin and getting the bracelets from her. I'll have to go back and watch it again and see if they did that. I know that they killed Jean, like Elaine Balefired Jean, and that was a great visual of what Balefire does, so good job that, good storytelling there. Seemed like they left Chesmal unconscious in the room of requirement, or whatever the hell that was supposed to be. So Liandrin had the stuff, so it's like it seemed like we left it off with Moghedien having the collar and cuffs, which isn't great. Speaking of Moghedien, love what she managed to do to Samael. That was cool. I'm assuming that Lanfear isn't dead. She managed to jump through a waygate. I'm guessing she's going to manage to get a compress on that and heal herself. Guessing Moraine isn't dead either. It was a pretty nasty sword wound. Not sure how I feel about her suddenly knowing that Swan was dead, but that's just because I'm realistic and don't believe in soulmates. And this, you know, as someone who is deeply in love with her wife and am sort of the type of person who feels very lucky to have gotten a love story, and I'm always with the caveat of, if I believed in soulmates, my wife would definitely be my soulmate, but I don't believe in soulmates, and so the idea of someone being like, you know, oh, I know that they died is a little cheesy and a little too much. But I suppose it was good bookending, because they did a whole lot of beautiful bookending with scenes where they just, you know, switching from scene to scene and having, like, the same themes play out. Beautifully done. The fact that they killed Swan, I'm okay with that. I love the character of Swan, and Sophie Okonedo plays her in a way where she doesn't come across as quite such an asshole as she does in the books. And I love her character in the books, too. Like, if I had to interact with her on a personal level in the books, I would have serious issues with her, but as far as a character, she's one of Jordan's best characters. But the journey that she has from this point on in the narrative, from her being stilled in the coup going on, is very much as a support character for Egwene and for a tower in exile. And I think that it's better just to let Egwene do it on her own. So I think that that's gonna be okay. That Egwene can just figure it out on her own. It will be a better story if she's not being brought in as a puppet, or if somebody's going to try to bring her in as a puppet, have it not be Swan. I could see them having Varen do that instead, which would be a perfectly good substitute. And since Swan does end up dead at the end of the series anyway, I think that it's fine for her to just end it right here. That's great. It was great storytelling. Her speech was wonderful, and it seemed to take some of the wind out of Elida's sails. She looked a little downtrodden. The woman who's playing Alviarin is great. She's very neutral. I like having the White Aja played as neutral rather than cold. As someone who, if I weren't too lazy to study hard enough to become an Aes Sedai, would be a White. The neutrality of people who are believers of reason and logic, it doesn't have to be cold, it's just realistic. And I feel like reading coldness into wanting to take emotion out of things is not a logical conclusion. Sometimes it's just that people have so many emotions and they don't necessarily weigh well in making decisions. And especially if you're an incredibly emotional person like I am, or you suffer from emotional regulation issues, it's nice to be like, let's put feelings over here and let's make decisions based upon thoughts, because those feelings are real damn inconsistent. And that's not cold, it's just sensible. So that was really great. That was overall a terrific episode. It wasn't my favorite. Like I said in my last video, episode 6 was by far my favorite episode of both the season and the series as a whole. I think it was the strongest. I think it was just objectively the best episode. But it was a terrific ending episode. Both of the previous season's ending episodes, I felt were kind of weak. I don't want to say season 2's ender was weak exactly, but it definitely felt like it was lacking in some areas, like it was rushed in some areas. This felt well-paced, didn't feel rushed, didn't feel like too much was being crammed into it. It was a beautiful whole episode that told a lot and felt very satisfying. I really hope that they renew the show. I want to know what's going to happen next. I want to know what's going to happen next with Perrin. I want to see the fallout of what happened with Matt's journey to see the Finn. And I want to see what a fuck show the Tower is going to turn into. Okay, that's about all I have to say about that. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the YouTube version of Podcast of the Dragon and my reaction to Season 3, Episode 8 of The Wheel of Time on Prime, He Who Comes with the Dawn. I'm gonna miss doing this. I'd like to say that I'll make other videos, but realistically, I have an official diagnosis of ADHD at this point, and you shouldn't believe any promises that I make you, because I often just don't ever get around to doing the things that I think that I'm going to do. And with that, my name is Morgan, and take it easy.